Hi, my name is Nikki Curry, and today we're here with the Gold Shop Jewelers. We have the owners, Mr. and Mrs. Tom Tidwell. We want to talk to you about something that's very serious and something very dear to our heart. It's about stopping the violence and stopping the violence in our communities, in our homes, and everywhere in the world. We all have experienced losing someone close to us due to senseless violence, and we're ready to just put an end to it. And I'm so happy that we have partnered with the Best Kept Secret Stop the Violence organization. They have been a really great influence in the community, and I appreciate everything that you guys do. Um, it's something that a lot of people are afraid to talk about. We are not afraid to talk about it. This is my sister, Q-Mine, and we lost a sister Christmas Eve in 1984. She was killed. She was only 27 years old, and she had two small children. The funny thing is that I was prepared to go pick her up, to bring her to our family home, and I put her off. I put her off for 24 hours. I told her I would come get you, and I was just doing something else, and I didn't make it in time. And that's something I have to live with every day. Someone killed her, strangled her, and threw her body in front of my mother's home. And we will never forget that. And it has truly, truly damaged our family. And even though it's been many years since she's been gone, it feels like yesterday. So hopefully I'm going to keep it all together here. Uh, Again, we are just so thankful that you guys are doing something in the community. A lot of people talk about doing something, but they never do anything. These guys are actively out here reaching out to our youth, reaching out to the adults, to the parents, saying, let's stop the violence, let's do something more proactive to save our youth. And I know Mr. Tom has a story that he would like to tell from a business perspective as well as from a personal perspective.
Yeah, a couple of years ago, we run a business called the Gold Shop, and primarily our business was buying gold, and it was a one-man operation. However, whenever I'd go out of town, I had a friend that would volunteer to fill in for me, and he was always there. Really good guy. Always helping somebody. Always even giving out of his own pocket. Sometimes we'd have people come in that needed some money, and they were just trying to make it day to day. I mean, that's just the kind of guy he was. Very active in the community, very active in his church, counseling, young people. Just a super human being. And I had known his wife since we had moved to this area some 16 years ago, and that's how I came to know him. And so we had this really unfortunate situation where Rob was killed in a senseless way. Some young kids, I guess, part of a gang trying to, become men and get some extra money, etc. One day they robbed our store, and Rob had volunteered to keep the store for me because my daughter was having a baby, so it allowed us to go out of town and participate in that wonderful event in our life. And the thing that absolutely tainted that memory was the fact we get this phone call saying that something had happened at the store. And whenever we got back, we found that Rob had been killed. And it's the kind of thing. It's different than Nikki from the standpoint. It wasn't a family member, but it was a very dear friend, and it wasn't an act of hate. It was an act of I don't know. It was just a senseless act, and the people and the young boys that participated in it were almost as much a victim as Rob was, because somehow they had grown up in a society where they hadn't received the kind of training and guidance that they needed, and consequently they were on the street, I guess, doing drugs part of a gang trying to prove themselves, and somehow they had access to a gun. In my mind, I saw nothing that they entered the store that they wanted to actually hurt somebody. It's just that the gun was there and they were inexperienced in what they were doing. They panicked, and now all of a sudden somebody's dead. So you have just this incredible tragedy. Of, you know, family's life is ruined. Becky, Rob's husband, is just gone. Her life has just completely come apart. I mean, for the last 2 years, she's just been an emotional wreck. And so it just absolutely breaks your heart to see what would have happened in a situation like that. So I guess, you know, we feel fortunate to have these guys participating, and we're trying to, you know, work with them to make a difference, because that's what it takes to stop the violence, is everybody participating. You have to get to people, young people, early to make a difference, and we have to create some alternatives so that they don't get caught up in a trap and become, like I said, victims as much as the people that they hurt. So we feel very privileged to work with these guys to hopefully make a difference in the community. And we would encourage everyone that can to either contribute financially or volunteer to be a part of this effort in our community to make a difference.
Absolutely. Stop the violence. Stop the violence.